Our recipe for today is called Pandesal breakfast pizza. Imagine that, pizza for breakfast. The kids would love this, and the reason why I chose this recipe is because it's very easy to make and very popular, right? So a lot of kids nowadays want pizza this, pizza that, hamburger, cheeseburger, or whatever, but we are going to make it healthier for them by adding vegetables. All right, now let's start. So the ingredients that we're going to use are, of course, our vegetable, which is carrots. Carrots is very healthy for kids. It's good for the eyes. It's rich in vitamin. Ansaman. Right. It's rich in vitamin A. So first, you need to just slice it into strips first, or what we call in our culinary world, julienne. That's French, huh? Okay, just cut it into small pieces, mince, so the kids will not notice it. All right. Now, after doing your carrots, we are going to chop also this is spring onion. This is just the green part of our spring onion. You can also use all the parts of the spring onion. Mind you, you can use a knife to slice this one. Or, what I love to do is, ta-da! Scissors. These are very, very handy in the kitchen. So you better have one in every corner. So see, you just slice. You can even choose how thin or how thick you want your spring onions to be, right? So these are for or did I forget to mention that we are going to make scrambled eggs with the vegetables, and we're going to put that on our pizza. Right. And of course, the most important part of our program is the hot dog. Who doesn't love hot dogs? I love hot dogs. I can even eat the whole pack, no? So kids nowadays, they love hot dog. When they go to the mall, they see this and they, Mommy, Mommy, buy me hot dog. But, you know what the best hot dog is, right? All right. So, this is the Virginia Premium hot dog that we're going to use today. So, we are going to, of course, take off the, the plastic that's there. And then, what I do is I usually pot it dry, because we are going to fry this a little bit before we're going to put it in our pizza. Okay. So anybody can do this, even the kids can help you out, mommies, and they would enjoy this part. Just do the cutting for them and they can do the assembly later on. So for the hot dog, you can already cut it into just crosswise like this. So the thickness will depend on how thick you want your hot dog to be. Some kids love it thick, some kids love it thin. For me, I'll go for the middle. You can cut it into circles like this so it look like, it's best for the pizza round, or you can do it slant. So it depends on how you want your the appearance of your hot dog to be, right? So for today, I prefer that we make it into little circles. You can also teach your kids at the same time, right? So what shape is this? This is a circle. What color? Red, things like that. So now, for other ingredients, of course, we're going to use egg. You can use 1 or 2 eggs. So just crack the egg. There you go. Oh, the kids would love cracking the eggs. So you can ask your kids to do the cracking for you. Here you go. Let's do 2 eggs because this is like scrambled eggs. So, by the way, scrambled eggs sometimes is, not the way some people prepare it to be. Like, some call the omelette scrambled, the one that is full. So I'll show you what scrambled really is. Now, you'll need a fork. Of course, we will need a little bit of salt and pepper, right? So a little bit. So when you do the salt, up. Oh, so this is like a chef thing, all right? And then a little bit of pepper. So it depends on your little kids. If you don't like pepper, you can omit this one. No, just a little bit of salt and pepper. I think they will not notice that one. Next, of course, this is where the magic happens. No, where we will introduce our healthy ingredient. Chopped carrots. There you go. You can put as much as you'd like or as little as you'd like, but I'd prefer you put much because they're not gonna notice this. Then this is our spring onions. Aside from this being very colorful and interesting for the kids to eat, this is also very healthy. The green leafy vegetables are rich in good for your immune system, right? The carrots, good for your eyes. Then the eggs, rich in calcium. I sound like a dietitian, right? Right, so just mix everything. So you need to mix it with a fork so that the egg whites and the egg yolks are combined evenly. So again, the kids would love this part, doing this. So this can be also a family bonding thing. You can cook this every Sunday where everyone is around. So even daddy is there, you can ask daddy to chop up all the vegetables for you, right? And then they let the kids do this and the assembly. Now we will put just a little bit of water, or it can be milk if you prefer, no? So what the water or the milk will do is it will make our scrambled fluff up. Fluffy, not me. But you know, fluffy like me. All right, so that's enough scrambled. When you see that it's already incorporated, then we are going to cook this. Very, very easy, right? So we're gonna heat our pan. All right. Of course, adjust our heat. So this is a tip for you moms or everyone out there. Make sure that your pan is hot all the time, every time you cook. So that's a tip from us. Make it hot, and then that's the time you add any of the fat. It can be oil, it can be butter, but for now, I like to use this one. This is Virginia sunflower cooking oil. The reason why I like this because this has omega-6 and vitamin E, which is good for the skin, you know? To make us all pretty all the time. Okay, you know, when we're cooking in the kitchen, it gets hot, we get haggard. So that's a little help, all right? So my pan is hot now. So just maybe about 2 tablespoons of the sunflower oil from Virginia. There you go. So we'll wait until our oil gets hot. So remember again, pan hot, oil hot. All right. So you can just wave your hand on top just to know if it's hot. Then I'm going to get my magic spatula. No, this is to stir. So you can use spatula, you can use turner. So, but make sure that the utensil you use is also friendly with your pan. All right. So now that it's hot, we are going to give it a whisk first, and then we are going to pour our eggs. All right. So what you do is just stir. So this is scrambled, my dear. There you go. All right. This smells really good already. So just keep stirring for a little bit. And then, once it's not running anymore, then that is cooked. Now, wasn't that fast? and easy, right? So I'm gonna transfer this to a container. And we will set this aside until we are ready to assemble. So here we go. We need to transfer. All right. It's just, not only does this look very pretty, it smells good, and I'm sure this tastes good. Just gonna wipe this off a little bit. All right. So again, what is the rule in cooking? Make the pan hot, the oil hot, and then cook. So that is, you make it a mantra to yourself, and then you'll be good in the kitchen. Right? Let it heat up. Again, for my beautiful skin, your beautiful skin. Okay, not too much. All right. So it's hot. We'll now toss in our Virginia Premium hot dog. All right, just give it a quick stir. This is making me hungry already. So imagine breakfast, pizza, but using ingredients that are readily available and can be found in the market, in the mercado, you know. So there you go. Okay. Doesn't that look good? I'm sure you have to cut out a lot of this because the kids are going to start eating this off. So it's done already. Now we have our healthy scrambled eggs. We have our hot dog. And the next thing is, what we need is our, ta-da! What is this? Pandesal. So our pandesal, you can use any bread that you like. It can be pandesal. It can even be like day-old bread that you had yesterday and you just put it in the refrigerator and you forgot about it. You can still use that one. So for this one, I will prepare the pandesal for our assembly later. So you can cut the pandesal in half, or if it's a sliced bread, just you can remove the sides if you like, but you can also leave it in. So it depends. So what I like to do is, I like to slice the pandesal in two. So this can be 2 pizza. So how budget friendly is that? Okay, next we are going to roll it, diba? Pizza is flat, right? Ta-da! So this is just a rolling pin we made out of PVC pipe you can buy at the house. Make sure it's clean. All right, so you have to do is just roll to flatten our pandesal just a little bit. There you go. That's one pizza shell, or one pizza dough. Then another pizza dough. So imagine if we have 6 times 2, then you're gonna have 12 pizzas. So that's how budget friendly it is. Now, just using the same pan, no worries. Even the oil there is good already. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna spread a little bit of butter on our pizza so that when we toast it, it gets brown, right? So it doesn't have to be butter. You can use margarine or whatever is available in your pantry. There, it doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit of it. So some kids love butter, some kids don't. So it depends on your family. So even just the oil is already good. but this will give you additional flavor. All right. Now that that's prepared, we are going to go back to the stove again. And toast our, so butter side down. Yeah, flatten it a little bit. There you go. And we are going to, so atong anaon, so we can get all that sunflower goodness. As I said, this is going to be good for our skin. We are going to return it to the pan once we have assembled it. Now, this is ready. So this is where the kids will come in and help you. Okay, first, our banana ketchup. We are going to spread it. All right. So remember, banana is rich in potassium. It will prevent us from having cramps all day. So we also need to eat banana. But since we don't have banana here, banana ketchup will do. Now, place your eggs. Since this will be at the bottom, the kids will not know it has vegetables in it. So they will be forced to eat it. All right. So we'll grate some cheese on top. Look delicious. There you go. Just spread them out. And now we will put the star of the show, our hot dogs. Arrange them, you know. You can form faces with this, smiley, whatever. No, the kids are gonna get creative if they do this on their own. So, this is also the time that you can tell your kids, okay, you might want to be a cook someday. So, get creative and put everything. You can put as much as you like. There. Ugh. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay. So, that's it for assembly. And next, all we have to do is melt the cheese. Now that our pan is hot, let's put our pizza. We'll not call it pandesal anymore because, you know, that's already topping. So we call it our mini pizza. Cover. And what this will do is this will melt the cheese on top because there's gonna be a little bit of steam that comes up and then it will go down and melt the cheese. Now, if you have a toaster oven at home, you can put it directly in the oven, the toaster, and just toast it for a few minutes until you deem it ready. And after that, yum yum, ready to serve. Okay, after it's done, look. We are going to plate this, but before that we have to slice it a little bit, just like authentic pizza, you know? There you go. So doesn't that look pretty? It's very, very colorful. So, here we go. Ah, I can even hear that crunch. Of course, pizzas are triangles, right? Ah, there you go. Okay, just arrange it back. And then, we are going to put this in our plate. There you go. You can arrange it like that, or pizza. My gosh. Okay, here's another way. sure it stays in there. There you go. Oops. That's not fast. Just put a little bit of green, you know, just to make it pretty. Just to make the color will pop. So here is our final presentation of our recipe, which is very budget friendly, easy, and most of all, healthy. Now, I hope you've learned something from me today with Virginia Foods, of course. And then this is Chef Mitzi. I hope to see you again soon.